State 6, Subject Science, Chapter 8, Body Movements, Module 2. Objectives. At the end of the session, you will explore human skeleton. Before we move to this module, let us recall what we studied in our last class. We studied about different types of joints, right? Ball and socket joints allow the movements in all directions. Shoulder joint and hip joint are examples for it. Pivotal joint can move up and down and right and left. Example, neck and head joint. Hinge joint can move only in one direction. Elbow, knee and ankle joint are examples for hinge joint. Fixed joint cannot move. Skull bones except lower jaw are fixed bones. Okay, now let us study about human skeleton system. What is a skeleton? Or what gives shapes to our body? Yes, all the bones in our body also form a framework to give a shape to our body. This framework is called the skeleton. The human skeleton is composed of 305 bones at birth. The number of bones in the skeleton changes with age. It decreases to 206 bones by adulthood after some bones have fused together. Now, let us study about different types of bones in the skeletal system. How do we know that this is the shape of a human skeleton? Or how do we know the shapes of the different bones in our body? One way we could know this shape better would be to look at X-ray image of the human body. We all know when we have a fracture, we go to the doctor. At that time, the doctor will suggest to take an X-ray. By checking the X-ray, the doctor or we can identify where the fracture is. So, to find out the shapes of the bones or the structure of the bones, X-ray is useful. Bend your fingers. Are you able to bend them at every joint? Is your wrist flexible? Yes, it seems to have many bones. Hand is made up of several small bones called carpals. Carpals are the small bones present in our hand. Ribs. Observe the figure. We can see that ribs are curiously bent, right? They join the chest bone and the backbone together to form a box. This is called the rib cage. There are 12 ribs on each side of the chest. Some important internal parts of our body lie protected inside rib cage. For example, lungs, heart and liver. We can see inside rib cage. They are protected inside the rib cage. Ask your friend to touch their toes without bending their knees. Starting from the neck, move your fingers downwards on the back of your friend. What you feel is the backbone. It is made up of many small bones as seen in the figure called vertebrae. So backbone is made up of very small bones called vertebrae. Then how many vertebrae are there? The backbone consists of 33 vertebrae. The rib cage is joined to these backbones. Next prominent bone is the shoulder bone. The prominent bones that we see on the shoulders are called shoulder bones or collar bones. And the name for shoulder bone is collar bone. Pelvic bones. Observe the figure. They enclose the portion of our body below the stomach. The portion of the body below the stomach is enclosed in the pelvic bones. It is the part we sit on. The skull is made up of many bones joined together. It encloses and protects a very important part of the body, the brain. So, what we studied? Skeletal system, right? Skeletal system comprises of mainly 4 bones. The ribs are curiously bent. They join the chest bone and the backbone together to form a box. This is called rib cage. Starting from the neck, move your fingers downwards on the back of your friend. You feel what you feel. It is his backbone. It is made up of many small bones. The rib cage is joined to these bones and we call that small bones vertebrae. There is a structure made of pelvic bones. They enclose the portion of your body below the stomach. This is the part you sit on. The skull is made up of many bones joined together. It encloses and protects a very important part of the body, that is the brain. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.